So whenever I start preparing a new novel, there's this mix of excitement and absolute chaos. So this Preptober, I'm making a toolkit, a collection of just different tools that are going to help me along the way and hopefully will inspire you to make your own Preptober toolkit so that you're ready to stay focused, inspired, and somewhat organized throughout this month as you're prepping for your creative project. So here are the things that I'm going to be leaning on this month. To start off with, we have Wonderbook. There you go. Wonderbook by Jeff VanderMeer. This is going to be my craft book companion. It's visual, it's strange, it's like full of diagrams to spark ideas. And this is going to be the book that we're going to be working through together. So stay tuned for next week, where we're going to dive right into what it's been like using this and reading this and all of that. You'll hear all my thoughts. My second tool is Scrivener. Scrivener is my favorite planning app for planning a novel, but if you have a different planning app in mind that keeps you organized, like Notion, for example, use that. Scrivener is where I keep my novel dashboard. It's where I've got character sheets and world building notes and the plot outline. And it's so customizable. So it's definitely my favorite planning app for novel planning. It's also number 3, again, because Scrivener is my drafting app. You could use Word or Google Docs or whatever else that you use instead, but Scrivener is the drafting software that I'm going to be using. And this month I'm just going to be prepping the folders and the whole layout of the novel in Scrivener so that next month I can just start filling in the scenes as I go along. The 4th thing in my Preptober toolkit is pens and more favorite pens and highlighters and things like that, because it's just so good to be able to be messy and to doodle and to use things in a physical way. And of course, this number 4 wouldn't be complete without the novel. It's not a novel yet. Without the notebook. The notebook that I have that's just dedicated to this novel. I like having one where I make notes and thoughts and share ideas that just are the foundation of this novel. I even have ideas for what the title is going to be already, but I'm keeping those on post-it notes because I don't want to commit them to ink yet. Which leads me to number 5. Sticky notes. Scenes, ideas, character traits. Basically, I use these for all of that, or just to throw things on the wall, which leads me to number 6, which is wall space or glass space or a corkboard or something like that. I'm very much a physical kind of thinker. So having things drafted on the walls, writing on the windows with whiteboard markers, it all helps me. And that's also where the post-it notes end up going. So I can just shuffle the scenes around and visualize how the story would look and what the shape of it looks like. So wall space is great. The 7th thing in my creative toolkit is Pinterest. It's just phenomenal for visual inspiration, for aesthetics, for setting, for atmosphere. It's really, really useful. If you prefer using something else like a different mood board app or like Milanote or Canva, use that. But just have a space where you just compile your visual inspiration. Number 8, again on my phone, is Apple Music. If you prefer, use Spotify, Amazon Prime, whatever. Just somewhere where you have your playlist, because a soundtrack can just really help you sink into the mood. Sometimes I make character-specific playlists right now because I don't have a name for my main character yet. I have a playlist called Main Character Energy, and every time I'm driving around, I just really get into her frame of mind, and I feel her anger, her wrath, her pain, and I find that really inspiring. Number 9 is also on my phone. but that's just how I use it. You can use something else. So number 9 is timers and writing sprints, or some sort of sprint format for your creativity, for your planning. I use the Forest app, 25 minutes of pure focus time, because it blocks out all the other apps and your tree will just die if you close Forest app. And just over time, I love seeing how my forest just gets full of different kinds of trees. So having some sort of timer will help you confine your creative sprawl, but also it'll help you focus on what you're creating. Number 10 is research tools. Whatever research tools you need to use, whether that's, Wikipedia, Google, Word Hippo. I love using Word Hippo for synonyms and words that are like, kind of like this. It's fantastic. If you're a writer and you haven't used Word Hippo, go to it. But basically the internet is such a valuable resource. So let's use it this Preptober. Number 11 is a calendar, or a time planner, like a monthly planner, where you can just map out your goals and landmarks, the things you want to achieve by the end of Preptober, so you're not overwhelmed. I've got, some time dedicated to character development, some time dedicated to plotting and, devising the scenes or world building. That way you don't get to feel too overwhelmed. I have my list here so I can remember what's on my list, but I always love seeing this, because such an important part of my toolkit are the comfort items. Things like, there we go, let's see if you can see this. This is my new chapter candle, and it's scented. It smells so good. But yeah, just having some comfort items like a mug of hot cocoa, or, a blanket, or a cozy sweater, or just that little something that will keep you warm on your late nights of creativity. I find that creativity just thrives when you feel comfortable, when you feel safe. So choose the items that are going to be part of your toolkit that just help you feel safe when you're creating, and help you just push your own creative boundaries, because when you're springing off of a solid base, you can just go so much farther. The 13th thing on my list is having some sort of community and accountability, threads, Instagram stories, Substack comments, just social media, or a friend, a trusted friend, a sibling, a partner, somebody who you can share your progress with. Helps you just feel lighter and feel just like it's so much more fun. You can work through any challenges with that person or with your social media group. It's, accountability. Accountability is a good thing to have in your Preptober toolkit. And last but never least is a backup system. Oh my gosh, I've been burnt before. It's terrible. So use Google Drives, Dropbox, OneDrive, whatever you want, whether that's just, printing it out and storing a copy in someone else's house in case, whatever. Just have some sort of backup system so you don't lose your progress. It's heartbreaking when you lose it. So my toolkit isn't the fanciest. I don't have the fanciest software or the poshest pen in the world. Some of them are just, normal pilot pens, and it's great because your toolkit has to be made of things that are just gonna help you show up and help just keep you going when you do show up for your creativity. It should just be made up of all those little things that work for you and tailored to you. Your toolkit's gonna look completely different, most likely, and that's totally fine. The right tools are the ones that you'll actually use. So that's it. This is my Preptober toolkit. We've got notebooks, we've got books, we've got Post-it notes, pens. Let's see how much I can stack. I think that's a terrible idea. Pens, and I'm not gonna put this on top, but more pens, because these are the things that help keep me going. And tell me what's in your toolkit. Let me know what's gonna help you keep going this creative season so you can be ready to take on the challenge of creating this project that you're committing to. Yeah, these are just the stack of things I'm gonna be leaning on this month. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy with them. I'm filled with so much Oh my gosh, why am I tearing up? This is crazy. But I'm filled with so much warmth about this project, about this challenge, and I'm super looking forward to sharing this along with you. So if this is something that you'd like to follow along for, subscribe, stick around, let me know what projects you're taking on. And overall on this channel, we just talk about simple creative living, ways to incorporate more creativity in your day-to-day life and to live more intentionally. So yeah, I'm so grateful that you've stuck around for this rambling mess of my toolkit. And I'm looking forward to seeing you next week for a dive into Wonderbook.